I'm live. Okay. That was a little quick. Okay, guys, if anybody wants the link, just let me know and I can get it to you. So I was just on Purple Resurrected's live, and I've got like 2 hours to kill, or more like 3. So anyways, I'm wide awake. I've been drinking lots of coffee. And so what's up, guys? Hey, Hazel. Potty Mouth Mama. How are you? Love your channel, by the way. Morgan, Crow Friend, what's up? Oh, I got some juicy stuff to share with you guys. I don't know if I want to do it right now or if I want to wait till later. But you all just, you're going to be like, whoa, what did I step into? What's up, Dodger? Go on. I was giving Hubs coffee. Yeah, hey, Lisa. What's going on? Yeah, I am wide awake too. And, much love to Laura for sitting there for like 6-7 hours straight. God love her. I'm sorry, but if I've got to go get coffee or go have a cigarette or something, I'm just going to get up and excuse myself, and I'm going to go grab something to eat or get some coffee. And I'm sure you all understand we're all human. So I don't see how she does it. Because when, after having 2 kids, if I got to use the bathroom, I got to go. For real. Yeah. The bladder does not know how to hold no more. Crazy. So, okay. You all know that strike that like everybody on YouTube got for the doorbell footage that's probably not even legit, because I believe the Discovery docs for Shanann said that she was wearing, and it was August, mind you, remember, August, she was wearing black maternity shorts and a t-shirt. So how do we even know that that's even the real footage? Like, I'm thinking about this and I'm like, she probably struck everybody and she was sent the wrong footage, or HLN posted the wrong footage and she, copied it from HLN, trying to say HLN used her footage. Whatever. So I got sent an email earlier this morning, and I'm not the type to check my email every single hour. So I was in my email and I saw that she had sent me one at 9 o'clock this morning. Well, 9 o'clock yesterday morning. She's trying to say that I am the one that posted the Golden Snitches site for her and that she's going to sue me. Not joking. And that she has verification that I'm the owner of that site. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't know how to do no website. I may know how to research, but sorry, I'm not going to spend that much time on you, sunshine. GoldenSnitches.com. I guess she made somebody mad. I have a lot of friends in low places, so who knows? I have no idea, but she's threatening to sue me for putting up that thing on Golden Snitches, which I did not do. I swear on my life that I did not post that. But hey, more power to you. You want to try to sue me for that out of Canada? Go right ahead. I'll show the email later. I didn't know that site existed either, Crow Friend. Potty Mouth Mama. I can make some badass websites, but I can't take credit for that idea. Daggone it. No, I'm not on there, Dodger. No. She's on there and she's claiming I did it. I didn't do it. Jerry Love, Morgan, hello. Does anybody want a link? I hate sitting here talking to myself. I used to do it all the time, and I've gotten so used to like Munder being in here with me, or Dan, or Fizzy, or somebody else, and I'm like, I feel like kind of naked, like lost. Who's like Harry Potter? Seems like a reference for that too. Sorry if everyone already knows this, right? Oh, yeah. If I didn't do it, I'm golden. Yeah, I know I didn't do it. Yeah, I read that email. I forwarded it. I'm like, check this out. She's like, I've got verification that it was you. I'm like, I don't know who your verification is, but you might want to double check their credentials. Just saying. How'd you like that stream earlier, Dodger? What's up, Aaron? Yeah, exactly. Jerry Love, we're talking about another YouTuber making false accusations that I posted something about her on a site that I had no idea even existed until this weekend. And supposedly she has verification that I posted that on that site about her. And she's going to sue me out of Canada. Eh? Enlightened Truth Seeker, much love. Good morning. I've been up all night, so as soon as I get my days and nights back on track, and then I mess it all up by having too much coffee during the day. Plus, I've had the flu all week, and so did my son, so that did not help matters. Feeling much better now, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep him home tomorrow, though, because he still sounds bad. Yeah, that's what she claims, Dodger. That's what she said. I think she's all talk. So I was just in a very interesting live stream chat that went on for like 6-7 hours. I missed the majority of it, but very, very interesting. Purple Resurrected. You all should go check that out. It's probably going to take a little while for it to upload, but I'm going to have to watch it. It'll probably take me a couple days to finish watching it because I stay so busy. But 6-7 hour live stream, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it. Johnny Mark, I'm sorry. I didn't get to finish reading what you said. Somebody just got you. Sorry. It was so sad. There was 2 callers who were, I heard that. Yeah, 2 callers that asked for life coaching and wants their money back. They feel like they were frauded out of money for MGL's life coaching tactics or whatever you want to call it. And I admitted in the live last night, I'm like, I'm done. I do not want to be any part of this drama. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Just saying. I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty sure that my instinct is telling me Jay was getting so much heat on her and she wanted it reverted off of her. So she did that on purpose. She sat there and scrolled on her phone forever through her Facebook chat. I'm guessing it was either Facebook or text. And until she realized, she scrolled long enough for everybody to see a lot of stuff. And then she realized that she was showing her screen. That was done on purpose. Tamara, I love you. I hope you're feeling better. What's up, Floyd? Morgan, what made you cry, hon? Hey, Kim, how are you? I'm glad you're feeling better, Tamara. I'm sorry. I should have called or texted you. I've had the flu all week and my son too. So my voice keeps going in and out. So I apologize for that, guys. Enlightened Truth Seeker, the strike that I got on YouTube for the doorbell camera footage, there was a posting on another website called goldensnitches.com, and it had that YouTuber's name in it, and she's trying to say that I'm the one that posted that on that site, and she's threatening to sue me, and she has verification that I put that up on that site. I'm like, whatever, I don't have time for that. I seriously do not have time for that crap. I kind of wish I did. That'd be kind of fun to go and know how to do all that stuff in a way. But yeah, she's wrong. I didn't do that. And I don't know who her verification is. She obviously needs to check her sources. The Fly. What's up, Scare Performance? Not only as subscribers are suspicious, but some mods aren't cool. Yeah, I'm totally staying away from all that crap. I've got better friends to talk to and better stuff to get into. And I've kind of been neglecting my good friends. Not saying that you all aren't my good friends, but my normal friends that I talk to, it's just been a big shitstorm. I've made a whole lot of new friends, but... How are you feeling, Dan? Are you feeling any better? It does, Anne. It does, Anne. And I was really shocked when I seen it. I'm like, who did she piss off? Good. Glad you're peachy, hun. Yeah, the drama needs to stop. It's really getting old. So yeah, now I got this chick in Canada wanting to sue me over something I didn't even do. I'd like to see the verification. I bet her verification matches the proof that she got, that stuff from Weld County, the form that you can print out after you request something. That's all she provided as proof. I could do the same thing. I could go to Weld County's website, print out the request form, and say, hey, guys, look, this is my proof. She's full of it. She's greedy. All she wants is money. And I don't have time for her drama. I noticed she lost like 100 subs in 2 days. Socialblade.com. You have to love that site. If you all are not familiar, I'm not endorsing it by any means, but I suggest you type in your favorite YouTuber and go to socialblade.com, and it'll give you a rundown on how many subs they've lost each day. So in 2 days, she lost like 100. Must suck. Hey, Dan, are you going to be up for a little while? I need some Dan time. Just a little bit. There was like 300 people that were live in a stream and they didn't know what to do. So I said I would go live. So here I am. You don't have to. I don't mean to put you on the spot. It's just, and I can add you pretty quick. Hey, Tina, long time. Right, Tamara. Exactly. Serves her right. Thanks, Enlightened Truth Seeker. See, he doesn't want to come on. I knew it. You suck, Dan. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. Sit here, talk to myself in the chat. Chat's going like slow. Oh, you hush. It's good to see everybody in the chat, though. Really. I was bored. Busy Pop's birthday still. I know, right? We had some fun times. He does suck. Isn't tomorrow Monday, by the way? I know, I'm just trying to make him feel bad, Jerry. I love you guys. I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to doing these lives by myself. I used to do it all the time. I'm just not used to it anymore. It's going to take me a little while to get back in the swing of things. Kids are on vacation. Is it spring break or is it just because of snow? Don't tell me it's spring break already. Where are you at, potty mouth mama? Why are they on vacation all week there? I don't know, Aaron. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll have to fill me in later. Dan? Louisiana. Okay. Is there flooding going on? I mean, I don't understand. I guess the school's different there. I wish my kids were off school for a week. You know, maybe during flu season, that's what they should do. Once the flu starts hitting schools, just, shut the schools down for 2 weeks. Make it like a sick week or something. Oh, we're on sick week. We have snow here. I'm in Kentucky. We've got snow, snow, snow. Hey, CB Dave. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's snowing here. Hey, Dean. What's going on? I was thinking you said conscious. Oh. We have snow in Kansas. Oh my gosh, Kansas? Really, Jerry? You think of Kansas as like this hot place that, just gets tornadoes all the time. Wizard of Oz, maybe? I don't know. I always like to say, we're not in high school anymore, Toto. And I've been saying that a whole lot here lately because it's been nothing but a shitstorm on YouTube. Crap has got to stop, and excuse my French, but I'm really upset. This drama has got to stop. I think I'm going to start studying a certain channel, and I'm not going to say any names, but I think I'm going to start studying her, and I'm going to start doing parody on her because I think I've got it down pretty good so far. Just saying, you guys. I think you'll enjoy it. What's the spoon mean? You know what I'm talking about tomorrow? Dodger. Shetty. 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 Sherry. Good. I'm not stirring no pot. It's already been stirred. I'm just cooling it off. Starting a new batch. Hey, Kim. How are you? Releasing the steam. Exactly, Tina. I can't let it just, get all, in here, and I have to release it somehow. So I think that would be the best way to do it, is just start the parody. But I have to study her first. I have to get it down pat. I have to learn how to, touch my hair constantly and laugh like a pig and snort and all that good stuff, and practice the faces that she makes. And let's see, there's something else that she does. TGIS. Thank God it's Sherry. Are you kidding me? Really? So I have to do a TGIK. Thank God it's K. But see, I can't really do K because that's not a day of the week. So I'm going to have to think of something else. But I'm just saying, right? Toadies! Go subscribe to Toadies. It's a free app, but you gotta pay down the road. Toadies! Thank you. It's gonna go to your email. Applesauce. Hi, honey. Big applaud to you, by the way, for your call. That was awesome. You research like I do. You slick girl, you. Yeah, I got the correct one. Now get your ass in here. I haven't talked to you in a few days anyways. I'm having Dan withdrawals. I hear you, Applesauce. I don't pay for anything either. It takes longer that way, but hey, you know, do it the right way, right? All public information, right? Not a problem, Applesauce. You have a good night, honey. Love you. Dan, get your butt in here. I sent it to the right one. Get in here. Okay. Sent. Oh, Tina, I just seen you were in here. Good to see you, honey. I can't even tell how many people's watching. It doesn't tell me anymore. How many people are watching? Y'all know? 47, 48, 47, 48, 47, 48, 48. Awesome. Dan, get in here. You just wait. I'm going to kick your ass because I'm sending it the way I always do it. Don't tell me I'm going to have to do it this way because then I'm going to get trolls. There you go. Anybody that wants to pop in, pop in. Yeah. There you go. I'm not the worst at cut and paste. Just click on the daggone link. I'll remove it as soon as you get in here. See?
Oh, why are you such a brat?
What?
You, man. Oh my God. What email are you sending it to? Because like, is it? I don't have some quantum email address, do I?
Performance@gmail.com.
You need to check the spelling because it ain't coming through.
Well, the book of Daniel is what comes up, and that's why I send it.
Oh my God, I don't understand why I don't get your stuff, man.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know, man. I was looking and it wasn't there. So what are you doing?
I've been up all night.
Yeah.
I had the flu all week, man. It sucked.
Oh, is that why you missed all my shows?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Actually,
that's cool.
I've been sleeping half the time, and then I've been on the other side of YouTube sometimes, but I haven't been on YouTube that much.
Like what? Is that like the dark web or something?
No, it's just like the true crime part where a lot of gossip what's going on. And yeah,
where all good little spoons go to meet up.
I've met a lot of good people over there, actually.
Did you? Oh, okay.
But some I don't really care for.
I see. Well, sounds like you've had your fill of drama lately.
A name. Oh yeah, I'm threatening to be sued too. That's fun.
Yeah, it's Canadian suing. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry about
that. That would like cost a shit ton, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know how that would happen. I don't know how you sue somebody in another country.
Well, like I don't know how you have verification that somebody posted something that they didn't. She's just full of shit, basically.
Well, no one's going to spend the money to hire an attorney to sue somebody in America if you're in Canada. Over what?
A website.
A website. I doubt it. Yeah.
She's claiming I made the website on her.
Well, there you go. And
I'm sorry.
Well, go ahead. I would hope she would. Like, please spend your money, and you want to waste a bunch of money trying to
sue your butt for slander.
There are crooked attorneys everywhere. I'm sure someone would love to take your money and tell you that they're going to get this thing handled. No, it ain't going to go down. I wouldn't worry about it.
I might go over that email tomorrow. It's hilarious.
So, you ever get that copyright strike taken down?
Actually, YouTube rejected my appeal.
They rejected your appeal.
They rejected everybody's appeal for some reason. And I don't know. She manually detected that crap. You know, YouTube didn't find it. She manually detected it. And I guess my proof wasn't good enough. But the person I got it from, she showed me her internet history and showed me where she got that clip from. And it was from HLN. I'm telling you, this bitch is crazy. And all she did was take her phone and record HLN's site. And then she tried to say that HLN used her own cell phone footage when HLN's footage was clear as a bell. It wasn't shaky, nothing. They actually got it from the Weld County DA. So how she got away with this, I have no idea.
Well, so what does that mean? Does that mean you actually have like one strike against you kind of thing?
Okay, so YouTube just recently changed all of their strike. Okay, so the first one now is just a warning, so it really doesn't do anything to your channel. But if you get another one within 90 days, then that's your actual first strike. And then if you get 3, you're out. So this is finally just like a warning.
I see.
I can still go live. I'm still monetized, all that good stuff.
Right. It's just one of those things. Yeah. You know, that new system is kind of cool because you can kind of see what people have ganked your stuff out there. And I've seen a lot of videos out there, man. There's a lot of people that ganked some of my stuff. And I was like, it's one of those things where half of them, gave me credit or whatever, and the other people didn't. But then you look at, like, they got 40 something views on it, and they, whatever. They're small channels. I guess I could be the big mean channel and go after them and do that kind of stuff. But at this point, the material's so old, I'm not really worried about it. It's like
I use that copyright tool, that they handle.
Yeah, I know, and that's just I
found 3 videos of mine from 3 different YouTubers, and it shows you how many subs they have. It shows you how many views they have. Did I strike any of those 3 YouTubers? No. I'm not going to do that to someone. I'm not even going to ask them to take it down. I usually do a Creative Commons. It's usually shareable anyways. Just all I ask is that you at least give me credit. That's it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to with it.
I think that's legit. I'll tell you what they should do too. And I think this should be across the board. If you're on YouTube and you're a content creator, it should be a little easier to reach out to other YouTubers and talk to them, talk things out. I think it's really hard because I know that, hell, there's even YouTubers I want to invite on my show, and it's really sometimes hard to get a hold of them.
Right.
And it's like, why is it so hard and so difficult? It shouldn't be. We should have, contact with each other so that things can be worked out. Maybe we have issues or discrepancies. This thing where we're tattling on each other, this tattletale thing, like where we're like, striking this and that. I mean, I don't like it. Maybe we could do something where instead of a strike, we reach out to them first and say, look, I will.
We're supposed to do it. You know that, right? They actually say you're supposed to ask the person to take it down, reach to them first, And then if you can't get a hold of them or no response, then you strike them. And that's what I asked her in the email. I'm like, you didn't even reach out to me. I was actually subscribed to her.
Yeah.
Why? I have no idea.
That's kind of the options they give you. It's like, okay, so if you try to reach out to somebody and you don't know if you're even contacting the right email, because that's what they have on their, on the description of their channel. You reach out, and if they don't answer you back, then you only can copyright strike them. That's the only way to get anything done. And I think that it's really counterproductive for the YouTube community to do that. I think that other measures can be in place first,
Now, do you know how that works? If they copyright you and say it is rejected, like in my instance, do they get the revenue from that?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. As far as the revenue aspect of it, I think what happens is, at this point, the ads will be taken off of your video, and if they do put ads on it, it will go to the copyright holder.
Well, no, the video was completely removed from my channel.
So if it's removed, then it's removed. It's like, well, it's like, if you put on music or something on your video that's copyrighted music, then which sucks is that, like, even if it's a small portion or small clip of some music, the whole anything, if they want to go ahead and then if you want to monetize the video, you can leave it up for monetization, and they'll put ads on it, and you'll go to the copyright people who hold the copyright. And that kind of sucks because, like, 99% of the video is yours. Yeah,
and only 3 minutes
all of it goes.
However long you played is the song.
Yeah, it's really terrible. But they to me, I get it. If you have a portion or something, I think I could see where a percentage goes to the larger corporations, but. And this is the thing, is that only the corporations seem to be getting traction on YouTube when it comes to squelching anything like copyright or copyright infringed material. They seem to have more power, right? It's like it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, like they'll come and just hit your video up, and it's really a sad situation where as a content creator myself, I can't seem to there's a lot of questions I have about some of their policies with YouTube and stuff, and we're all sort of dealing with it. And then this new thing comes out where it's like, let's all tattle on each other. Let's all, go out there and, now I've got access to all the stuff, and and I'm going to copyright all these people. Well, it's just, I think it's wrong to strike like that. I think that,
well, here's the thing that did not make any sense is this was already put on public domain. It was for public access, and how she got away with striking on these people. And here's the sneaky thing she did. Let me tell you exactly what she did. She put up the video on her channel as the correct title, put up an old video and edited the video, appended the new footage onto the beginning of the video so that it looked like she actually was the first to post it. That's how sneaky she was.
Dang.
Didn't even have the footage there to begin with, because people were clicking on it and they were like, this isn't it.
Right.
And then once it was released to public domain, she appended it to the beginning of her video, and it matched the title. And then a day or two later, she uploaded the same video again to try to trick people with a different thumbnail. So she's double dipping.
Yeah. See, that's where if that situation happened like that, that's where, unfortunately, it has to be someone at YouTube has to look at that and see that, hey, this video has been edited with with the content put in there, like you're saying, and that could easily be, fixed. That could be figured out. But unfortunately, I guess they're not doing anything about it now. And it's kind of like it's left up to the AI, if you want to call it, for lack of a better term, like to kind of, just sort of catch all this stuff. So it's like, what is there, how many, what, I don't know. Like I said, I always thought we could do 7-second clips of anything, like as long as it was 7 seconds or less.
30 seconds.
Well, I think if you're using it for commentary and like a news reporting type thing where you're just kind of sharing the information but talking over it, and
commentary is allowed throughout the whole video as long as you add commentary.
As long as you add commentary. Yeah. Well, I thought that, but that ain't always the case. No, because I've had videos, like I remember I was showing a manned animal on one of mine, and I was showing a video, and it was just, we were talking. I actually paused the video and we just wanted to look at it, and my video like it's one of those, okay, well, this is going to be copyrighted, like, you know, like you can't monetize your video. It wasn't taken down, but it was like, that's 2.5 hours worth of broadcasting that's just gone.
Yeah, that was like an 8-second clip, wasn't it? Of the
It
one in
was
the ocean.
totally sucks.
Yeah.
No, it was somebody holding a huge snail. Yeah,
Okay.
like the new snails that are out there, these big,
Mm,
gigantic snails. Well,
mhm.
it's like we were tripping out on it, like, whoa, look at that crazy snail. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like YouTube is like, no, you know, we're just, yeah, and it's like, oh my God. And so, you know, what's weird is you find out later who owns that, and it turns out that those type of clips sometimes get bought out by bigger conglomerates or whatever,
Right.
you know, and so they own them, and then like they want all the, I guess, revenue from it. So yeah, you can't even like show a still on your freaking broadcast. Like, oh my gosh, man,
Well, here's the real
so
crappy
annoying.
thing she did. Is she waited till everybody got like 30,000 views or more before she even copyrighted. So I think mine had like 40,000 views, and that's when she struck it. She waited.
Right.
Like a snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Her name's Sherry, by the way.
Oh.
Rhymes with Sherry.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I knew you were dealing with some trouble regarding that clip and stuff like that. Like I said, maybe if you two could have just worked it out, where she just let you have it and not, you know,
I
take away
tried
the strike.
working it out with her on an email, going
Yeah.
back and forth. And she actually told people during her live that we had talked behind the scenes and that we had apologized, which she never apologized, by the way. And that, everything was cool and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, well, maybe she removed the strike, and I go back and it's not gone. I'm like, you never apologized. I don't know what she's talking about, but, she just totally tried to look like the nice person and then totally opposite behind the scenes.
That's a shame. You know, it is, because, she's telling people that you guys worked it out, and making it seem like she's going to be cool about it. Then yeah, that's not cool. Not cool at all. But there's a lot of, unfortunately, with YouTube, with the monetization thing and people getting all like, it's real hard to get any traction on videos these days unless you're a corporation. I mean, if you look up major things, right? I tried it. It's kind of crazy. So if you look up certain major things, the first channels that come on up, if CNN has ever covered it, or NBC or whatever, right? And this could be conspiracy videos, it could be whatever. See, the first page is all like the corporations, like in YouTube, like they're pushing their stuff forward. So it's really hard for other channels who are truth channels or whatever to get any traction. So people are kind of like, it's dog eat dog out there right now. It's a weird time for YouTube. It really is.
It is.
Yeah, it's a strange time. And it's one of those things where everybody's like, oh, we need something else, we need another platform or whatever.
How many years have we been saying that?
Oh yeah, long time.
New platform, and there's new platforms that come out. It's just we always revert back to YouTube.
It is what it is until everybody just jump ship all at one time. But that would have to be. It's probably just going to be a something that's once again corporately controlled, and it's going to look better and all that. It's going to seem better, but ultimately they'll have the same type of restrictions as YouTube. The reason why, you remember why YouTube has all these restrictions, they got sued, and they got taken to the cleaners over.
Well, Disney, and who else was it? Disney dumped their ads, and another major
Walmart.
Was it Walmart? Okay.
Yeah, those are two big players, man. So yeah, and you lose that kind of revenue, and so across the board, it's tough to, and of course, like I said, you have the corporations that are trying to, make a little money on YouTube as well. And
January and February are YouTube's slowest months anyways, and that's when they got hit. So it's kind of like a double whammy on YouTube's part.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting time we're living in right now. Free speech is being threatened, and
Most definitely.
Yeah, and it's getting hard to make, to have any like quote truth channels on YouTube. I was talking to Matt the other day, Matt over there at Quantum of Conscience, and we were talking, and he did a 9/11 video, and he didn't have a channel, so he literally sent me the discs in the mail. And I said, yeah, I'll upload to my channel. Sure, dude, no problem. I'll give you full credit. I didn't monetize it or nothing. I just put it up there. And I told him about it, and he's like, oh my God, you still have that video up? I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, you might as well. I don't care. He goes, man, take that crap down. What are you doing? I go, are you serious? Why would I do that? He goes, man, do you realize that what they can do to you? He goes, they can come back and just be like 1, 2, 3, and your channel's gone, buddy.
From
He's
one
like,
video?
yeah, no. Well, yeah, it can be in one video, or more than likely, it'll be like they'll just find videos that they just, will say,
Or
oh,
just a different time
this is
stamp?
against our guidelines if they
Right.
want to be nasty. And because it's 9/11 and it's, it's pretty, 9/11 conspiracy, that's always a red flag. He's like, you should just remove that video so they don't strike you later. Because, there's no point. You might as well, you had it up already. You might as well go and take it down. So,
Well, I know too, if you don't monetize it, they're not as fierce on you, because they don't have to worry about those ads.
I thought the same thing. That video had a lot of clips, like quick clips from cartoons and stuff, like kind of showing, like as kids when we were growing up, how many times the trade centers took a hit from something like an airplane or a missile or something like that. Just showing that there's been this pattern of destruction that seems to be in our consciousness for a long time. And they were just quick clips. Well, those clips got, striked. Okay. And then it was like, then I got this thing from YouTube, like, okay, well, your video is banned worldwide. I'm like, okay. Oh, and then a month later, they were like, yeah, it was banned worldwide. And remember now, we're not literally, it was nothing but straight up clips from the news stations, quick clips from news stations and cartoons and stuff like that, kind of showing, the basically the aspect of it being in our subconscious. So okay, so there it was that. Okay, that's all it was. I mean, there's nothing added or nothing even remotely bad. I mean, it was all stuff that anybody could find. It was just condensed. Well, that wasn't good enough for YouTube. So they're like, oh, by the way, there's also an age restriction on this too. I'm like, damn. I'm like, oh, I've never seen a video get like literally. I mean, there was like, but they still let me keep it up. They didn't, it wasn't going to be monetized. That's for sure. And I didn't try to, so that was fine. And then, but it was just weird to see how many times they emailed me regarding. I was like, yep, this, and and I'm like, oh man, wow, they're really freaky. And then of course I got one of those little notes underneath the video, like the 9/11 attacks. Here's the wiki on it, so you can find the real information. Trust wiki. So anyway, that was a and as soon as that video came out, okay, here's what happened. My channel was fine. I was always, in good standing with YouTube. But as soon as that video came out, even though nothing happened to me, there was no, I didn't have a mark against my channel. What ended up happening is all of a sudden, it was really weird. My broadcast, which I'd been doing for a year or two, all of a sudden they were like, we'd like to review your broadcast personally, and then we'll decide whether or not it's good enough for for advertisers. So everything after a year, after I hadn't done anything except upload that video, and that's when it all changed. I mean, like literally, my channel. I used to get like I wasn't getting people weren't being notified about my stuff. Next thing you know, there was my sub count was dropping, my views were dropping. Yeah, like they whatever they did to me, it was they did something. I'm gonna tell you,
because I don't get your notifications anymore. So I mean, and I'm on your channel weekly, and I never get your notifications. If I wasn't on your channel, I'd probably never see your stuff.
Right. No, I had a few people contact me like, dude, I haven't subscribed to you forever. I hadn't seen anything from you since December. And it's one of those things where, in YouTube, because of, everyone's subscribed to like a bunch of channels. I know I have a bunch of subscriptions too. And so sometimes, it's out of sight, out of mind, right? You just kind of forget about a channel. It's not that they mean to do it. It's just, I can't believe they can forget about me though. But anyway, it's sad. But anyway, it's just like, I'm like, no way, they'll never forget about me. But they do, because I do the same. I forget other channels, and I'll scroll through and I'll go, oh damn, dude, I'm still subscribed to Zinderous. Like, holy crap, does he put out anything? Right? Yeah, like some of the old school guys, right? And it's like,
who I miss?
Who?
Oh shoot, it was on the tip of my tongue. Courageous Nerds.
Oh yeah, sure. I
That
remember
was,
that channel.
man, that channel was awesome. It's probably one of the first YouTube channels I subscribed to back in the day. And they just went down, like, boom, went down. And nobody heard from them again.
Right. Yeah, it's yeah, there's a lot of good channels, man. I used to love listening to, and it's like they fade, and that's the thing, like copyright. I was listening to Black Child, and he had got his channel pop, man. His stuff was great. Good conspiracy channel, awesome conspiracy channel. He's got a backup channel now, but man, I feel like, ever since he got popped, he's not putting out the material like he used to put out all the time, and it sucks, man, because it's kind of like you get slapped, and then people sort of, you can tell, man, it changes them. The channels don't seem to be as active as they used to be, and rightfully so, man. When you lose all your stuff, that sucks, so.
You got some fans in the chat.
I do not. Do I really?
Yes,
Hey guys, yeah, this is Dan at Scare Performance Channel. It's good to see everybody. Kay invited me on here real quick, and I just thought I'd come here and chit chat. It's late.
His voice is amazing, you guys. I will say that. Yeah, he's pretty hot too, but I'm married, so.
Stop.
But
see, this is why I was like, man, I knew you're gonna embarrass me, Kay. I knew you're gonna start that.
I do a weekly podcast with him. It's Mandela Monday on his channels at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, so y'all can check him out. The link's always in my description, by the way, and it's always in my recommended channels as well.
We have a lot of fun picking on Kay, and that is a blast. Especially our one segment. We used to do riddles with Kay. That was the best. And Kay, and literally, like, Kay would wake up. She'd always like show up at the broadcast really tired. So we started doing riddles, and just sort of like, catching her while she's still sleepy. And she was like, "What? I don't understand." They're really funny. They're really funny. We try to have a good time on that show. It's not like any other conspiracy show you've ever listened to. It seriously is funny. We crack up. Yeah, we're just a bunch of goofs.
Yeah, sometimes we get to laughing and we're just like, like I literally have to like mute myself or go to the bathroom. Like I'll come and go, throughout the chat. And it's just like, it's crazy. Y'all got to check it out.
Thank you, Carla Red Pill. Thanks a lot.
What's that?
Just a comment. Yeah, it's nice. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, we just had to have a good time. And yeah, it's I don't know what we're gonna talk about this week. Tomorrow I'll sit down and I'll kind of go over the show notes and we'll see, and we try to have good production value, even though I'm like literally broadcasting from my office in Texas. It's nothing great, but it's, we do try to, just, I don't know, you'll see. It's pretty cool.
We wing it. And that's just we all work together. We don't have to have a script or nothing.
No, we don't. We never script anything. As you can tell, a lot of times when I go on, I'm always leaving my excuse me, I'm leaving my monitor on, and then you can hear my voice kind of echo back over the microphone. I do that all the time. Oh my God.
I always forget to mute beforehand.
So. I am the worst. I don't know why. I get all like, I was just getting things ready.
I've noticed here lately, so if you have the watch page open, there's not a place to mute anymore. So you have to basically close out YouTube altogether and just open up your chat and a pop-out chat.
Yeah, and that's what I know. I just go in there to grab the chat, and then I'll forget I leave the thing open. So I have a little process, and I still mess up from time to time, but oh well. Now, what is this thing going on, Kay? I've been receiving emails and people are freaking out, and help maybe everyone understand, if you know a little bit about the inner workings of things going on here. Are they taking away Hangouts on YouTube or something like that? I've been hearing all this rumor. So what's going on with that?
I'm not exactly 100% sure, but as far as I know, they're taking out Hangouts as far as the chat goes. But as far as like YouTube through Hangouts, they're not gonna, take that away from us. But they are going. I think it's June. I think effective April or June, they're gonna take away the actual Hangouts app.
Okay, so are people gonna be able to comment and like have a chat going?
We won't have our chats no more.
You're lying.
No.
Why would they do that?
I posted that in our main chat thing.
I know, but I thought it was like they were talking about moving it over to a different system or something, and I just
Well,
figured,
you notice they started the actual YouTube messaging thing, which is totally not user friendly. You have to like copy this link and send it to somebody, I guess, through email, and they have to have YouTube open to go and accept it, and then you can message and you can add people there, which is cool, but you can't like share things. You can only share links. You can't share for like photos or anything like that. So it's kind of like, what's the point, right?
oh no.
What we do on our chats is we share, all types of photos, links, websites, we do commentary over it. We get notified. It makes a ding. YouTube doesn't even ding when you get a message. You get a little pop-up. They totally need to revamp it if they're going to delete Hangouts.
So, are we going to be able to share any like our screens and stuff like that for the broadcast?
Yeah, that's not going to change.
Okay.
The Hangouts through YouTube is not going to change. We just won't have the actual chat box anymore.
Okay. Well, that really sucks.
It does.
We should have the chat. The chat's really what makes the broadcast fun, and it's great for people to get involved. Dadgum.
Well, no,
Oh,
the chat is still going to be with YouTube, like what we see right now.
Oh, okay, okay. So we'll still have that.
Hangouts in general, like where we have our little Mandela Monday group.
Yeah,
that's not going to be available no more. We'll still be able to broadcast through Hangouts, through YouTube, like what we're doing right now, and share screen and all that stuff. But
so what about will the content remain if we still have the app?
I don't know.
What I'm trying to ask is, like, we send back a lot of stuff that I sometimes go back and research, like, oh yeah, I remember, Noble sent me this or Fizzy sent me that. So I'll go back and I'll look it up and I'll be like, okay, it was months ago. I don't delete nothing. Like I am the worst. Like I'm my own, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I have like
I'm my own cloud storage. Like I use it for cloud storage.
Yeah.
I swear I do. It's so funny. Anyway, I would, that's gonna be a bummer, man, because I have a lot. I mean, I have lots of content on there, like just great links of old stuff. I probably should go back and just save. So okay. All right.
Yeah,
well,
we can archive. We can save it. Yeah. But as far as that's what I've gathered. Now I'm going to do some more research on it because I think we should protest for real. Because they've said for years now they're going to delete Hangouts. They've said it over and over and over and over. And I think they're for real legit this time.
One thing they did take away a few years ago, and there was no reason to take it away, it was working fine, was the call-in feature that you could have on Hangout. So you could actually go live and then you could, sign up for a free account.
Yeah, as soon as they started that, then they took it off, remember?
I know. And as soon as I finally got it working. Well, I never got it working because I updated once you updated, it was gone. Right. So I even tried to go back and try to use a version of Hangouts that was an older version. Like that didn't work either, but I did try. Anyway, point is that the call-in feature was really cool because you could literally bring someone into the room from the outside through a phone line, and it would broadcast right over like a radio show.
It was called Ringer In or something, wasn't it?
There was Ring Central. There was Ring Central. There was different ones that you could use. Uber Conference is what I use, but I actually did it a different way. I had a sort of jerry rig it a bit, somewhat to get it to work, which works fine for the broadcast. It's not as good as if they were
what I've been doing
right in the room. But hey.
Whenever I have a call in, I've downloaded the Text Now app on my phone, which gives you a whole new number, and I'll just put that call on speaker. But I just have to remember to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because, say, if I get a phone call or a text, it'll mute the speakerphone audio. So I have to go back in that app and turn it back up. That's the only thing I don't like. Because if I forget to Do Not Disturb, I get a text or phone call. It's like, okay, can you repeat everything you just said? Because I did not hear you.
Well, and that's kind of what I do with the Ring Central program. It's kind of like that. I just use that program through the computer. And so essentially I'm doing the same thing you're doing. So instead of calling the phone, they're calling my computer. And then I'm piping it through the microphone, which has dual settings. So that it actually has, basically two points that it picks up sound. And so the front part of the mic is for me and the back part is for the speaker. And I've got this thing that I bought off Amazon where I can actually hold the speaker up near the, it's so rigged. I got this whole rigged, but it works. And totally
hold
works.
up. Yeah. Let me make this clear for people in the chat. Okay, chat. Honey Anamaya. No, yes, you will still have everything right here available for your chat. You'll still be able to chat on YouTube broadcasts. We are talking about behind the scenes on the actual Hangouts app. It's just like Twitter, DM. It's just basically a direct messaging.
You know what?
It's called Google Hangouts.
You know what we're gonna have to use, right? We're gonna just have to. No. Oh no. What? Oh, how dare you? No, I was thinking we go old school. We go old school because that's the way we are. We go back to ICQ.
What's ICQ?
What? You never used ICQ?
Huh?
Oh my God, ICQ was so fun, man, back in the day.
What's it stand for? Because I might know the real name.
Oh, I have no idea. It was just ICQ. It was back in the remember back in like the old AOL Messenger days. Well, ICQ was, yeah, dude. I'm going, oh yeah, baby. I'm going old school. I'm going parachute pants. Yeah, Hotmail, parachute pants, and all. Yep, sure am.
That's not even available anymore.
You look at Tony. Tony remembers ICQ. Yeah, dude. Yeah. ICQ was awesome.
Or Yahoo Mail Chat.
Look at folks. Oh my God, ICQ was 2000. Hey man, I'm retro, baby. I would do it if. But the only problem is, I think now that if you get on ICQ now, you'll probably get hacked by Russians. Seriously. So we probably don't want to use ICQ.
Oh, if Fizzy were here. Nazis.
Nazis, yeah. No, it is true. I did try to load it up one time just to see if anybody was still there from my old gaming days. And there was like one
said you had a user number. LOL.
You had a user number, yeah.
Yeah.
I did. And it was awesome. And it was the first program. They used to like allow peer-to-peer transfers. So like you could like, if you wanted to just send your friend a song or whatever, you could just send it to them right over ICQ. Or if you could send, it was the first one that allowed you to do all that stuff. Really
so it wouldn't tell you the file's too big or anything?
No, you could send anything. Oh yeah, you could send massive data. It didn't matter as long as you had a connection. Problem is that most people, even back in those days, were on dial-up. So you didn't really send anything too big anyway. No, they didn't care because at that time, I mean, most people were on dial. What are you gonna send? Yeah. So pictures was pretty much it, most of it, but I sent a few songs.
I never chatted online when I first got the internet. The only thing I got a computer for was to download music, to pirate music from Napster. That's it. I made CDs. I made people CDs because it's like everybody I hung out with didn't know how to do that. They're like, hey, Kay, I've got a list of songs. Make me a CD. So that's basically what I did. And then I found the internet and I was like, wow, didn't know it was like this,
Right. Oh, I used to get in those chat rooms and I was like, oh my God, is the world going to hell in a handbasket? Because I remember on AOL, it'd be like just people in chat rooms just typing stuff, just like blah, 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 like literally slamming their keys and just typing crap, like just to type stuff. It was like people just didn't know how to nobody had any forum etiquette. So everybody is just in there just blah, just spewing like, here, I'm on the internet. Yay. I don't know what to do, And I didn't really get into that because it was just too hard to keep up with conversations. Some people did. Some people hung out and talked or whatever, but I was not that good a typer at that point in time. I got better, but
all right.
Yeah. What's up?
I said, oh no, I was just reading the chat. I said, right. Yeah. I couldn't really type that fast either until I had a job where I typed constantly every day, and then I just taught myself because when I had keyboarding class in high school, I had a cast on one hand. So that was real fun. So.
Carla Red Pill says LimeWire was garbage. Hell yeah. LimeWire was garbage, man. That would get you a virus. Be careful. That will get you a virus quick.
I remember that.
I got one from LimeWire. Hell yeah.
Screen.
Oh, the blue screen of death. Oh man. Back in the day, there went my Windows 98. I was bummed. I was like, oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Got to reload Windows
98. Sounds so old.
Hey man, I was good at reloading Windows on top of Windows. I was good at doing
I
that.
think we all were, right?
You had to be, because your computer would just get corrupted after. I don't care how well you managed your computer back in those days. After 6 months, you were putting a new operating system on it. You just were. There were too many viruses and too much crap out there, you know.
So many pop-ups. As soon as you turn it on, it'd be like pow, 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 pow.
Oh man, there was a lot of bad stuff back in the day, but it was fun, man. I remember, early 2000s YouTube. That was like the height of YouTube back in the day. That was so much fun.
YouTube started in 06.
Was it? No, it didn't.
06. Yeah, 2006.
No.
Yes.
That's a Mandela effect.
No.
You're messing with me.
2006, promise.
It wasn't 2006,
yes,
was it?
Was.
Was it that? I thought it was earlier than that. Okay.
Nope.
Well, when YouTube first started up, it was a lot better, a lot funner, a lot more people, a lot more creativity.
In 96.
Well, I know. Yeah. I mean, no, I mean, but as far as I thought YouTube was around before that. That is so weird. I swear I thought it was before that. Okay. Well, hey, it is what it is. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot in the beginning. I mean, it's funny. I never thought about making videos. I think it was more like my system and stuff. I didn't know. I don't think I quite had the system to handle video editing.
No, you could make videos. I was on it for 3 years, and I was like, "Hey, I can do that." I thought you had to like be a special person to just.
Oh, you thought you had to like have special privileges to upload videos? Oh, that's funny. No, you didn't have. I don't know. I stayed on it for. Let's see. I got my account in 2000. Now I look back. I think it's 2007 when I first started my actual account. So I've been around for like ever. I think that's around. Maybe it was 2011. But I thought, 2007 probably seems more right. Anyway, I didn't upload anything, and then all that flat Earth stuff came out, and I was tripping on some of the claims they were making, and so I uploaded my first video off of my phone, and I've since taken it down. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, I was such a dork. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I was like, oh, oh yeah, I know. The phone was shaking. It was just terrible video. I was like, I gotta get this. I can't let this be part of my repertoire. I have to take it down. So yeah, that was interesting. But that's kind of what did it. The first time you upload something on YouTube, there's sort of that. I was almost kind of rush, like, oh my God, I just uploaded something on YouTube. I'm like, no one's gonna view this, so like I was like, nah, no one's gonna view it. And then I remember when like 100 people watched my video, I was like, oh, there's 100 people that watched my video. Oh my God. I was freaking out. It was so funny. Anyway, so I was I was kind of YouTube nerd when it came to the uploading stuff. But
do you remember when Yahoo started? Somebody in the chat asked.
Yahoo.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yahoo.
I don't. Well, we used to use. Remember, Yahoo was like, to me, it was like now. I think Yahoo has become more like isn't it like more of like a place to shop? I mean, does people still use it as a search engine? I guess people still.
I don't ever use Yahoo. I don't use it. Mail, and it sucks.
I remember I used to use Netscape. Remember Netscape?
Barely.
Yeah, Netscape. Nah, we used to call it Netscape because it was so slow, but it was bad.
The old dial-up sounds. In a way.
Oh yeah, I was excited because sometimes you wouldn't connect on dial-up.
Right.
It was like it would go through that whole thing, and then it would like, you just like fail. So then sometimes you get connected, and it was like it was so cool. It was like, yeah, I'm connected, sweet. Now you're always connected. You're connected. It's like I'm rarely offline, but back in the day, man, it was a special thing to get online.
Well, the actual internet didn't start till 96, so 83 or 84. No.
Well, the internet itself has been around a while. It's just there wasn't a lot of public use of the internet.
Yeah, the government and stuff used it. It was actually a CIA. Wasn't it CIA training at first?
It was. Well, that's the thing. Now it was. I thought DARPA developed it initially, and yeah, it was used, I'm sure, in the as a way to transfer, a secured transfer of data, and then eventually it, moved into the public sector. But I don't know, and it's kind of weird when I think about. I didn't get online, or I didn't have a computer that could literally a home computer. Like I had a computer, but it was sucked so bad. It was like an Apple, the old Apple II computers and stuff. Like I had those when I was growing up, but they weren't getting online anytime soon. And not until like 1998 when I actually went out to. I think I went to one of those places like one of those old, like Best Buys, but they've gone out of business since. I can't. Circuit City, I think it was. I think I went to Circuit City and I bought like a computer, and it and at the time it was, all the specs. It was.
What was your first computer? What brand?
It was their brand, and whatever their brand was, it was like some off brand, like a clone, sort of.
I had this huge Gateway.
A Gateway.
A Gateway,
Did you get the package with the cow, with the moo cow on the outside?
No.
Yeah, remember
their had a moo cow on it.
The boxes had moo cow. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I don't. They still do, but they used to.
I remember the monitor was freaking huge, and the keyboard was so loud and thick and white. And I'm like, I think back now, I'm like, what happened to that computer? I think I sold it to my sister, and God knows what she did to it.
Yeah, I remember the old monitors that the old big, like, I remember when I upgraded to a 17-inch monitor. Oh my God. I was like, it's so big. And then later I got a flat screen one. That was even more true. I was hip and trendy then, boy.
I tell you what, my desktop in the basement, it's a huge, like 22-inch screen monitor, flat screen. And I've got this huge box, whatever that is, whatever the box is. I can't think of it now.
Oh God.
But it's a nice computer. I just don't use it. I should probably use it now. If I cleaned it out completely, it would probably be a heck of a system. Because my brother's like, if you ever get rid of that, let me know. And he fixes computers. He builds them, and he wants it bad.
How old is this computer?
Hold on. Let me think.
Oh God.
Hold on. No. It's been since I had the kids.
Old tech is not worth anything.
Oh, no, it's not it's a Dell. It's a really nice computer. It's not that old. It's probably like 10 years old.
Sweetheart, that's like saying, man, I got an awesome 1983 Ford Escort that is old in the computer world. That's way old. Oh my God. After you buy a newfangled computer, I'm not kidding you, nowadays technology is moving so fast that in a year, maybe even less than a year, and I'm being nice, but I'm saying about a year, your computer is pretty much like
he wants it, so I don't want to give it to him.
Give it to him. Just give it to him. Damn, what are you holding? What are you holding on to nostalgia? What's wrong with you?
I'm like, no, you can't have it. No, for real though. I have a whole lot of pictures on there I need to take off, and a whole lot of downloaded music on there that. I'd like
that you got from Napster. That's the funny part. You probably got it from
Napster. It's LimeWire, actually. I think it's still LimeWire. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Crazy, huh?
It's funny. Like I actually, I used to use the original Napster back in the day. Like that was the shit. I loved Napster. Oh man, it was so great. I'd stay up all night downloading stuff.
Oh man. And then what you would hate would be like when you would download a song and you knew if it took like only a couple seconds, it wasn't the whole song, and it'd be something completely different, or it'd be like all of the song except for the last chorus or something.
I know
my gosh,
I know how all of us purposely downloaded Guns N' Roses because they it was Metallica. We all downloaded Metallica. Yeah, because we were just purposely doing it because we knew it pissed off Metallica. No way, man, free music. I was such a rebel back in the day.
Like we hadn't already bought their music before.
I know, yeah, dude. Right. I'd already spent $20 on your CD. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just wanted it on my computer. That's all. I couldn't find the CD, so whatever, it got lost.
Got stolen. I parked at Lowe's. I went inside. I left my car unlocked.
Back in the day,
huge CD case, probably 300 CDs, and most of them were mixed CDs that I made. Right?
Yeah.
Come back in my car and it's gone. I'm like, I can remember because I had a Playboy Bunny sticker on the front of it. I'm like, anybody with a Playboy Bunny sticker CD case, it's mine. I remember I think I posted it on MySpace or something, Facebook. I'm like, I want my CDs back. I was so mad.
I know.
I was mad.
God, we used to keep a lot of CDs, but that was the thing before thumb drives and cell phones. Now you just plug it in your cell phone, Bluetooth. Yeah, just whatever. It's much easier now. But yeah, fun shit back in the day, man.
You feel bad about that now, Dean. They should feel bad. They're probably like, I regret stealing that girl's CDs.
I was a little heathen back in the day, and I remember when I stole. I remember when I was running with a group of guys, and we were little punks, and I did steal something once, and it was like I got too cool. Well, I wouldn't say I couldn't. I was when I stole stuff, it wasn't during a cool time at all. Like there was nothing cool to steal. But what I did take when I was younger, and like I said, I was a damn heathen. But it was like these disc cameras. You remember disc cameras? They were the worst thing. They're pixelated as all get out. They were absolutely just trash. The fact that now I think about it now, maybe I was on a mission from God. Maybe taking that disc camera was actually a blessing in disguise so you could get a real camera. That thing was crap. I mean, like they were just junk,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, they used to have, they were called disc cameras. They were like, I don't even know how they developed film. I don't know what kind of, it was a weird film or something about the camera, but I don't know if it used a disc inside that you would process it and then it would, but the pictures were just god awful. They were terrible. I mean, just, and then the other thing I inadvertently took was apparently a stun gun. I took a stun gun. Yeah. It was out of a, well, it was out of a cop car, I think. I don't know. It was dark. I couldn't tell, It was, like I said, I was practically living on the streets. I was a punk, man. I'm telling you, like a long, long time ago. I mean, I was terrible. So basically we had, it was when stun guns first came out. Like no one even seen a stun gun. And it was, and I remember seeing this thing on the news, and my friend's older brother, this is a funny story. So he's over there and I'm like, man, that's a stun gun. And he's like, there ain't no stun gun. He's got this big older brother and he's Mr. Macho, and we're like punk kids. I'm like 12, 13, and the guy's like, we turn it on. We put a 9-volt battery in it. We turn this thing on and like the sparks go flying from this thing, right? Like nothing we've ever seen before. This was like alien technology to us. We were freaking out. We're like, oh my God. And the older brother still doesn't want to admit I'm right. He's still talking crap. Like, no, man, that's a battery charger. And he's looking at it. He's got it close to his face.
Oh no.
And I'm thinking, dude, not in the face, baby. Don't do it. Sure enough, he flips the switch, right? And we didn't know this because we had just seen a stun gun for the first time ever. Okay, when this is the first time we ever held one, we don't realize that the thing will, the electricity will come out and get you. Like you can be like a few inches from it. Yeah, it'll come out and it'll zap you. Like you don't have to put it on somebody. Yeah, like if you put it close enough to your skin, it'll jump out and get you. Well, it zapped his face. He took one right in the face. Down he went. Yeah. Face is all contorted. Oh, it was the best.
Did it leave a mark?
Huh?
It
didn't leave a mark, but he was pretty stupid after that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I got one of those stun gun / flashlights from my dad for Christmas this past year at like Academy Sports. And he was like zapping us with it. I'm like, stop it. Those things hurt, man. Like zip, zip, zip. Like they make them. They make the really cool LED flashlights with a stun gun on the other end now.
Oh,
pretty
do
cool.
They? Oh, wow. Yeah, I always wanted one. Like, I was one of the ones that shoot out the probes, like the darts, like the good ones. Yeah, I don't know why. I was just thinking, like, because I had a friend who was like telling me about, we were watching. It's like we're watching YouTube videos of people getting tased one time. He's like, dude, if you get one of those, I'll let you tase me. I'm like, sweet. I'm like, I would do it. And we had a bunch of friends at the time. And that was the thing, is like we were supposed to all pitch in for a stun gun because they're kind of expensive,
Right.
And this one dude he was gonna do a public. We're all gonna hang out. There was a place I used to hang out and we would like park our cars and stuff. And so he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I'll let you hit me with it. Just don't shoot me in the, don't shoot me in the nads or anything. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, dude. No problem. I'm a pretty good shot. I'll get you right now. I'll get you square in the chest, buddy. Right in the chest. You'll be fine. And he goes, and then he was like, yeah, and you better be nice about it too. Like, don't keep stunning me, you know? And I'm like, no, man, that's horrible. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, we never bought the stun gun. We never did it. Thought about it and just, whatever. It's one of those things like where guys talk about like, yeah, man, I can do it. I'm like, what the thing was is he was talking smack. He was like, I won't go down. He's a big old boy, you know. I'm like, the hell you won't, dude. You'll be screaming. How much you want to bet? And we were like,
wondered.
It's all guys. This guy talk, you know. We're just like, yeah, whatever. Like he thought he could just man up on a stun gun. So I was like, okay, we'll see.
I've always wondered what a taser felt like, to be tased.
I don't know, but there's plenty of videos out there.
Don't affect them at all, and then you see some people go down, and they're like.
Everyone I see, pretty much, it puts them down. I mean, I haven't seen somebody just slough it off. I mean, it either maybe they go down to a knee or something like that. Some people lock up completely and fall backwards. But lots of YouTube videos of the cops doing it. Apparently, as a cop, to be a police officer, you have to take a tasing, right?
Carla Redpill says lots of people pee themselves.
Oh no, really? Oh, well, that's not. Oh, that's not good. No. Yeah. I used to think the stun guns were a little out of control, but I guess I don't know. I guess it's better than getting a bullet.
Pug says that she tased her son and he wanted to kill her dead. So it must be pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess. But my first question is why did you tase your son?
Right.
That's like the lady.
A taser for one to tase your son. Come on, Pugs. Let us know. Let's have a scoop on that.
Well, I mean, hey, maybe she might have a bad son. I don't know.
Might be a
there's some bad sons out there. I mean, I remember when I first moved in this little town down here in Texas, I never seen anything like this, man. I mean, this is like the Wild West. It was like the Wild West out here. I swear to God, man. I was like, y'all are some like just straight up yokels, man. Oh my God. So I'm out here and I go to the Walmart.
Scotty Balo, I'm sorry. Scotty Balo says, I pee myself without the aid of a taser.
That's just so wrong.
Depends, man. Depends.
Oh man, no, there's some crazy stuff that happens out in the country. Like some of the shows on television, they kind of how they always have those shows of country folk, and it's like some of it's a little made up, but they're not too far off. I mean, I've seen some crazy, wild shit, like living out here in Texas. Like, okay, this is the craziest one. So I went to Walmart when I moved to this town, and I go up to these guys, and they're right at the front door. And these guys look like, I'm not gonna lie, they look like meth heads. They really did. But I was just kind of listening to them because they were like really animated, right? You couldn't help it over here. So I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'm like just kind of hanging back, listening. And these guys are like, I can't believe she shot at us. Look. And I'm looking at the car like, holy shit, there are bullet holes in the car.
No.
Yeah. And they had just been shot at. And I'm like, oh man, this is good. Maybe what's gonna happen? So I'm just listening. And then I hear, yeah, and can you believe mama shot at us?
Oh my God.
I'm thinking to myself, y'all must be bad. Listen to me. Anytime your mother is ready to take you out, you are terrible people. You are some terrible boys. I don't know what is wrong with y'all, but your mother, if your mother shot at you, that's just anyway. So that's what happened. I was laughing. I was like, God dang, this is wild shit out here, man. This is no lie. I mean, people shooting guns and what the hell? trying to kill your offspring. I mean, that's some stuff for Hollywood right there.
Okay, so Pug's answer, she says, LOL, he dared me and said it would not be that bad. What a stupid shit. It hurt. I won't get into the gory details of body functions. I can only imagine.
Oh, okay. Well,
he tased your son.
He dared me. Oh, he dared you. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what you get. I don't know. See, I always research everything first. I don't care what it is. If it comes to getting tased, I'm going to look it up first and be like, no, I'm good.
Well, you heard about those
not the kid, huh?
Where the men actually got those TENS units put on their stomachs, and they turned it up to a point to where it would feel like childbirth for a man. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah, I've seen that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Why? You know what? I don't even think men should be in the room when women are having a baby. You don't want us in there. I know this for a fact. Listen, you want your mama in there. You don't want me in there. I'm the one that caused part of that. And right now, all you're doing is looking at me with daggers going, you know what? I could kill you right now. I mean, I think I like the old days where the guy stood out in the waiting room and the baby come out to him, and that's just the way it should be right there. I'm telling you, man. I think what that does is just that just causes too much stress for.
Now they allow 2 people in the room.
Well, I've seen, I mean, when my sister was having a baby, my sister didn't want me in that room either. I mean, not that, it's my fault, but
I wouldn't want my brother in the room either.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess probably true. But she wanted my mom. My sister wanted my mom. She didn't want, and me and her, well, let me just, dad, let's put him that way. He is not much of a father, but if he was out there with me and he was, but he didn't want him. He definitely wasn't ready for that stuff. But no, honestly, I just kid. But seriously, I think sometimes, like, I can tell, like, a lot of a lot of women, man, they're not too happy to see your ass in there right at that point in time. I'm just saying. I mean, it's all good. If you want to go for it, go for it. But honestly, I just kind of wonder sometimes if they're not holding any grudges at that point.
I wanted my mom in there, and my husband didn't want my mom in there. I'm like, huh? Yeah, he didn't want her in there. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Like I said, some people are, they're definitely more connected these days, so it wouldn't be a big thing. I don't understand the whole thing about trying to get men to feel the childbirthing thing. I think men are we can tell. I mean, it's not like we need this to know the pain. We understand that our wife's in pain. You know what I'm saying? Like any guy
some men don't though. Some men
really
cold I would see and they're crying over a cold or a bug bite.
I don't know. I don't know. I would think most men would know that this is a serious. I was freaking out for my sister. I remember I ran into we had to go to Parkland of all places to have my sister's baby, and I ran in there. I was like, my sister's having a baby, and and they were just staring at me like I was crazy. They were like, what is wrong? I was really nervous for her. I was all freaked. I was the one freaking out. Yeah. And, it's one of those things, but, I just remember that and thinking, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
My son, like, I think I got my epidural a little too soon with my daughter as it was my first, and you're like really scared. And then when come time for my son to be born, I wanted to know the pain. I wanted to know what it felt like. So I waited till the last minute to get my epidural. I wanted to know what that pain felt like so that I could experience it. And oh my gosh, I do not wish that on anyone.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty rough. I know that. I know a lot of women that get the epidural that want to go in, and they want to do the natural thing. Mm-hmm. They don't want the drugs. They're like, nope, I'm not going to take the drugs. I'm good. And then it hits you, and then other decisions get made. And, I hear it's very, very painful for sure. But yeah, can't really fault you for that, KK. I think I don't. The only thing that scares me about the epidural is where they have to put the needle. Good God, man.
Yeah. And then you're not allowed to move at all. They're like, do not move. Do not flinch. I mean, you're getting a needle poked in the middle of your back, Your
spine, right?
And they're telling you to not move, not breathe, nothing. And you're like, because it could paralyze you.
I know. That's what freaks me out about that. It's like, you think by now we'd come up with, I don't know, something else. I don't know what it would be, but something else by now that we wouldn't have to be doing epidurals anymore. I mean, I know they're really good at it and they don't mess up, but I think there's times where they still do.
Oh man, that hurt pretty bad itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it. See, I'm an empath. So like when I was little, I remember why I would like watch TV or somebody be in the room with me and they get hurt, and I would literally have this pain go all the way down my back to my legs. I would literally hurt anytime I saw someone in pain, and I didn't know what that was when I was little. And now I know, that I'm an empath. I literally feel other people's pain. Yeah. And as if I'm not in enough pain now myself, but it just, I never knew what that was. And like, I'm thinking back right now and I literally have that pain in my back, just thinking about the epidurals.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's I could tell, man. That's what I mean. It's like I just remember, my sister going through it, and I remember she really just wanted my mother there for support. That was the thing. I feel like family is immediate family like that is really good if you've got that chance to do it. I think that helps.
My mom almost delivered my son.
Wow. See.
Yeah.
See, now I have a friend here in Texas. He delivers his own kids. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah,
they do like that whole home birthing in the tub.
Yeah,
crazy.
Dude, they just when it's ready, they just know it. He's had 8 kids, so the first two, they went to the hospital. They got the bill. They're like, oh my god, they're like, wow. And they had he's just like, why don't we just do this here? Right. They were pros at it already because they were having kids like once a year. So they're already, pretty good. So anyway, he decided, and he did it. He had them homeschooled for a while. He had all 8 homeschooled. They didn't even have a social security card. Like it was kind of weird. Like then he had to get that because his insurance and stuff. That they wanted to have social security numbers, right? So he had to get the social security card for the kids. And then finally, now after 8 kids, well, they start growing up. This problem is like when they're young. It's not too bad. But as they grow up, they got more activities and more things they want to do. Well, they don't have time, to do all this stuff, plus run a house, and they live on a farm. And it's all this crazy stuff. But, he went and told me and talked to the guy the other day. He said, I had to take him off insurance. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it's going to cost me $1,200 a month. And he works for IBM.
Daggone.
He worked for IBM, and it was going to cost him $1,200 a month to have his kids on insurance. And then so what he did was he got like some other type of insurance that cost him about $100 a month, where if there's something major, anything over like if they're in a wreck, like all their kids, like they get in a wreck and they need medical, anything, if it's over 100,000, it'll be covered. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so it's like kind of like I don't know what you call that insurance, like I don't know, just like extreme insurance, but he had to go that route because he couldn't afford the $1,200 a month. Well, I mean, that's incredible. And that's with, that's with
your kid's getting sick and, wondering whether or not they need to go to the doctor or not.
Well, that's where you pay up. You got to figure the math. It's $1,200 a month. Okay. That's a lot of money. That's $14,000. So you either figure it out like, well, we can go see the doctor for $65 to see a doctor, just to go for a visit and check them out and then prescribe them something. So it makes more sense to, unless there's something major, but yeah, I see his point. It's like, well, yeah, the only thing is, hope that nobody gets really seriously hurt and ends up costing you, a bunch of money. But, like I said, they're getting older and stuff. So they're a little bit more mature. And yeah, it's crazy. 8 kids, and he delivered 6 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty wild stuff out here. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know what to do about this insurance thing. You have are you on Medicare? I
have my husband's insurance.
You have your husband's insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah. I don't even know. They still,
So are they mandating you to get health insurance now, or is it the free stuff, or what's going on?
I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I can't afford insurance, so I'm sort of,
Here's what I've learned. If you say for every year that you don't do it, you're actually, and I don't know if this is still the policy or not, but when they had Obamacare, for every year that you did not do it, you were charged. But I don't think Trump's doing that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we'll see what happens this year. I don't have insurance. I can't afford it. I can't afford to pay $300-$400 a month for me, to just have it. So it's like, because I don't even get sick. I don't even go to the doctor unless I get sick, right? And if I get sick enough to go to the doctor, well, okay, I'll go. And I could see why it's needed. It's just a shame that like they always want you to pay this monthly thing, and it's like, well, if you don't use it, it's just wasted money essentially. It just goes into the coffers. to me, it's like you should be able to like buy insurance, you know, to get you over the hump. Like if something comes up where you need it, you know, maybe you could buy it right then and there, and then, you know, pay in as you need to see a doctor, you know, pay a portion or whatever you need to pay. But of course, you know, like, I don't know, private insurance is expensive. I don't know how to expect people to, you know, I don't know where this Obamacare, how that helps anybody, honestly, unless it's a situation where you're really, you know, on the streets, or you're, you know, you're just really in a bad situation, or you have kids and you're single, that kind of thing, that might help there.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like, if you're a male and you're single and you're, yeah, you don't, there's no help for you.
I really don't see no point. I mean, unless there's an emergency, and they can't turn you down. You know, the hospital cannot turn you down for service. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. You have to go to the emergency room.
Right.
Yeah.
Or one of those smaller like emergency clinics. It's part of the hospital.
Clinics can turn you down.
Not if it's a branch of the hospital, though. I don't think.
Oh.
You know, like those fast track places.
I was out of town. I had a situation with my eye. I had to go to the emergency room. Yeah, I had to go in there, and it was like, I went in there, and all I did was walk in. The doctor came and looked at the eye, gave me some drops, a prescription for drops, and I was out literally in an hour. Mm-hmm. The bill was $800. Like,
oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like, what for what? Mm-hmm. I don't even understand. Like, I didn't even want to sit on the bed. I didn't want to be charged for that paper they put on the bed. Like, I was trying to do them a favor. You know, I didn't. I'm just saying, like, I was like, oh, you ain't charging me for that paper. That's probably $20, man. I ain't sitting on that. I'll stand up. Thank you very much.
That's funny.
No, you don't need to bring my pills in a cup. Just put them in your hand. Put them in your hand. Bring them to me. No, man. I'm just saying. And they'll charge you for everything. They'll nickel and dime you, man, at the hospital. I just think it's silly, man. It's like, really, man. Okay, whatever. So, you know, try to pay them a little bit here and there. That's all I can do. You know, $800 for what? To look at my eye. Like,
and you
damn.
have to probably buy the prescription.
No,
you your prescription for the drop, so you had to buy that too.
They were I scratched my eye with my contact lens.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah, I had to get. Yeah,
sucks because you're
Carla Red Pill's like
so bad.
Yeah, Carla Red Pill's like $20. They open a box of tissue, man. They ain't no lie.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. They're always in there too. I'm always like, yeah. I'm always looking around like, man, let's see, I could use a pair of gloves.
Oh my gosh, you're one of those.
I'm just kidding. I don't. I'm just thinking I could. I never take it though.
To go and steal toilet paper from like restaurants. Like, really? She used to literally go to restaurants and then stick.
Why would you want restaurant toilet paper? That stuff, you could stand a car with that stuff.
Right.
Like, I'm serious. You could take out paint chips.
Too thin, right?
Huh?
It's either really hard, like paper, or too thin. You know, it sucks.
Oh, it's that horrible stuff. There's never good. I mean, there's never like any double ply anywhere. You're always going to get that stuff that's like, I don't know. It's stuff you use to toilet paper somebody's house you don't like.
Right.
Yeah. Did you ever paper like a, I don't know, a friend or something like that when you were a kid?
What do you mean? Like
paper?
Toilet paper, like toilet paper in a car.
Toilet paper. Their tree. The tree was the best.
I
got in trouble. My friend, I was such a good kid. So well, I was good and bad. I was, you know, I'm a Gemini, so you know, I've had this constant battle with me. But so here's the thing. Is like my neighbors got papered, right? And I seen it. I seen the act. I was like, oh, they don't. So I went over there and I tore down all the toilet paper to help them out. Turns out that the daughter that lives there did it to her own tree to practice. And I ruined it because she wanted to look cool, like she got toilet papered apparently or whatever.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so she was mad that I took down her toilet paper. I was just trying to
next?
Huh?
Did you get toilet papered next?
No, I didn't get toilet papered. But I mean, I remember finding out like she was upset that I took down the toilet paper. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I was like, I thought I was doing a good thing. Well, you know, it's always been that I could never. Yeah, it's been hard. This life's been tough sometimes. You know, figuring out. I mean, you think you're doing something good. You know.
I've egged a car, and the same car that I egged, I put peanut butter underneath the handle, and then I put, oh gosh, what was it? It was oyster juice or something like that in the exhaust, like in the vents in the front of the car.
Oyster juice.
Yeah, some kind of fish juice or something. I can't remember what it was exactly.
Fish
But
juice.
It was some stinky stuff.
Where do you buy fish juice? Like, where do you just go to the grocery store and go to the fish juice aisle, or where is that?
On the shelf. It was some kind of thing that was in a jar. I don't know. I was really mad at this person because she stole my now husband. Like, okay, so my now husband had this like thing where he wanted space for a little bit, I guess, to sow his oats for like a few months. And he did this and was seeing a girl that he worked with, but it was also seeing me on the side as well. And I found out about it. You know, I was like, oh, he's seen us both, huh? So I went and I was stupid the way I did it because I only egged her car on the street. So it was obvious. So when they got back from work, she was the only car on the street that got egged. So it was pretty obvious as to who did it, you know? So anyways,
when we got a little bit older, we
went times, all right?
Well, it was fun back in the day. I remember we had a truckload of guys and we went around and we had water balloons, and we were older, so we couldn't trick or treat. Maybe we were a little bit bitter about that or something. Maybe we wanted to secretly trick or treat, but we couldn't. So my friends were like, let's go. It was like this. We were in a big high school. So whenever you were like in 10th grade, if the 9th graders were still trick or treating, they got water ballooned. So we went to water balloon these trick or treaters. Turns out those little shits, they pulled out eggs and egged us back.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway, it was kind of sort of we sort of deserved it, you know, but we chased them. We chased them down we chased them over a road, and then we chased them into it was like a grocery store, and we just wanted to scare them. We were just scaring them like, hey man, why don't you come out here? You know, little egging little heathens. And yeah, they just waited till we left. Anyway, just stuff like that we used to do. I mean, I used to try to pull practical jokes at work. You know, I was the sort of known for a few practical jokes, pranks. I got into trouble. There was a guy down a few offices from me, right? And we were talking all the time, and we were really competitive because we were playing fantasy football. Well, I started sending him crap to his printer, right? Because it was on the network.
Oh no.
But he didn't know it, right? So I'm telling him, like, dude, I know you're looking at drafting Dominic Davis, man. Don't even think about it, boy. I'm watching you right now. I've got your computer hacked. I kind of gotten known around my company as being sort of a hacker, even though it wasn't from me. It was just people talking, because I knew a lot about computers at the time. So everybody thought Dan can hack, you know. I don't know. It was like so stupid. I was like, I never even said this stuff, like, you know, but this is how rumors start, right? So I knew his printer was on the network, so I was sending him messages on his printer. He got scared. He honestly thought that his computer was hacked, so he told IT on me. I'm not kidding. Yeah, he did. IT came and visit. Like, they were all like, they called me into this meeting. Back when I was working as an engineer, they called me into this meeting, and they were like, hey, we need to talk to you, man. How are you accessing Alex's computer? I'm like, because his damn his printer's on the network. And he's like, they're like, oh, never mind, sorry. And they thought I might have hacked him.
Oh,
like,
really?
That was so funny. Yeah, like that was a time where I almost got in trouble. I didn't really get in trouble. I couldn't get in trouble. I didn't do anything. I just was messing with the kid.
All you did was send info to his printer.
Yeah, I was sending like it wasn't threatening. It was just like talking shit to a guy, kind of, you know, messages like, dude, I'm gonna own you this week, dude. You know, don't start this. I was all fancy football related crap. It was like, I can't believe he called IT on me. I was like, dude, what? And I was like, you don't do that, dude. Like, what guy does? I'm like, what an idiot. Anyway, it's just one of those things like, well, at least I know, you know, there's certain people out there you think that, hey, you're just having fun with or whatever, and they take it to the next level. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. I know. You got to have
calling human resources. What's wrong with you, man? God.
Right. Well, I was on vacation for a week, and I used to keep Capri Suns in the fridge at work for when my sugar would drop. And I knew before I left, I had a whole box that wasn't opened, right? And everybody in the office knew those were mine. Didn't mind if you took any, but I just rather you ask first, right? So my boss had got in there and took one out, right? And so I didn't mind, but I made a big deal out of it. I took and photocopied a Capri Sun and made a reward thing and said, $100,000 to who can claim who stole this, blah, blah, blah. Posted it all over the office, right? Oh my gosh, she got so mad. So you know what I did? She was like addicted to nose spray, right? So I got all of her nose spray out of her drawer and put it in the freezer.
She's addicted to nose spray, or she needed the nose spray?
Well, you know how people can be addicted to nose spray. Like
you can
constantly. Oh yeah, she's constantly like sneezing the nose spray all the time. Like whatever.
Nose spray. I didn't know. I didn't know there was a nose spray addiction. I had no idea.
More of like a habit, I would say. She didn't like get a high from it or nothing.
I didn't know. Just, well, maybe you take a few extra squirts, just I don't know.
But yeah, she would go in her drawer and she's like, "Oh, I don't have any nose spray," and I heard her and I just started laughing. And so I was like, "You might want to check the freezer." And she was so mad. Oh my gosh, we're still friends to this day. Like we would go and tape up each other's phones and stuff, or tape, just put tape all around their kiosk or their computer or their phone. They'd go to answer their phone and couldn't, just had all kinds of fun at work. So
sure. Well, that's funny. The next one I did was I had a guy, one of the so I was taking pictures. I was getting good at Photoshop at the time, right? So I got kind of in trouble by this because I don't know. I think it was, people I was doing it was sort of funny. So I went around and took pictures of everybody. And I had my camera, my little digital camera. I took pictures and they were happy to give me their pictures. So then I was playing around with something. I saw something on, maybe it was, I don't know if it was Conan O'Brien or one of those, late night shows where they merged back in the day where they would merge the people together and it would be like what your kids would look like. It was hilarious. So I actually started doing that at work and I showed one guy, man, and he, like, I had him laughing so hard, he was literally on the ground. He was like, dude, that is the funniest shit ever. Well, apparently some of the girls that I took pictures of, they were from another country and they're very like, I don't know how to say, they didn't quite understand the humor in it. And I got into trouble about that one. I wouldn't, apparently I was, it kind of made him feel upset that I made him look ugly, they said. It wasn't really them. It was them merged with somebody else. It was a totally different person. It wasn't like I took their picture and just went, rah. No, I just merged them. And I thought it was hilarious. Like, here's what would happen if you marry, this is what your kid will look like. And I thought it was pretty self-explanatory, but I had some issues with that. So I had to stop. Like I said, I was kind of a little, prankster at work. So I used to do stuff like that from time to time. I had a lot of free time. I tried to stay busy, but it was really hard. Like there just wasn't anything to do. It was like really a boring job. And so I was always constantly just doing silly stuff just to get a laugh or a rise or whatever. And, when you're around a bunch of, engineers and stuff like that who have no sense of humor, then it's kind of one of the things you kind of have to deal with. The other one I got in trouble for was we had this black grease. It was like a carbon kind of grease that we used in the machining center. And so I took it. It is what it is. So we had these black phones. Everyone had black phones. And so this one guy, I put the grease around the telephone, right? And I called him in the morning, right? So he went, and he didn't even feel it. So like he had like round marks all over his cheek, his ear. Oh my God. It was pretty funny. And then the worst one ever. So on the first round, we had layoffs at my job. Now the layoffs were, scaring a lot of guys. They'd been there a while. One of those guys, his name was Jack. Now Jack was really smart. Okay. He actually built machines and like he used to always be like, oh my God, I'm going to be fired. He was freaking out, like losing his shit over nothing. And I'm like, Jack, they're not going to get rid of you. You're totally fine. You know, it's like he always needed reassurance that he wasn't going to get fired. This guy was like, he always thought he was going to get fired all the time. Like now layoffs come. Well, Jack's freaking out. I couldn't help myself. I just couldn't. They fired one of the main guys. Okay. And his last name was Mosley. So I created a Hotmail account and I put, blank.mosley@hotmail.com and I got it. And so I sent Jack a personal email to his work email. No. And I said, Jack, just a heads up, man, you and 2 others are next. And just left it like, oh, dude, like lost it, like literally flew out of the office, went across the street. I heard that he was crying. He actually started crying. And yeah, I felt really bad about the cry. I didn't think he would cry. I didn't know he was
gonna family and kids.
No.
Okay.
No, that's the thing is like, but the funny thing, if you knew Jack, there was no way they were going to fire him. Like he was just one of those guys that was always like, oh my God, like it's going to be me. Imagine, you ever see Office Space? Who was the dude with the stapler? He was like the guy with the stapler, but he was actually functional. Okay. Like right. Everyone loved Jack. No one was going to fire Jack, but Jack just he was just like, oh my God. Yeah. And honestly, like that was the joke is like, dude, you got to be crazy to think they would fire you. Built all this equipment. Why would they fire the guy that built all the equipment? They need you to service it. You're always working. He worked really hard. There was no reason they're going to fire Jack. No, I mean, he was just crazy. And yeah, so I pulled that prank and then I told his guy that works with him, his apprentice, I said, look, I did something terrible. And I said, if it gets back around and Jack loses it, just tell him to call me and I'll let him off the hook, because I didn't want, because I thought ahead, like this might go bad, and it did. So I had to call him. I told Jack, I let him off the hook immediately. Like I was like, nah, dude, I sent that email. Don't worry. He was like, no, you sent it, dude. Did you really? I'm like, yeah, man, I sent it. It's okay, dude. You're good. You're good. He was freaked out. Poor guy. Wow. I know I'm terrible. I know. You don't understand, man. I had a demon in me. You don't understand. It a long time ago.
I'm sure it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Right?
Oh man.
So okay, just making sure.
I know, Scott Baylor. That's effed up, dude. I know it's that, dude. I know it was like terrible, man. You gotta remember, man. We were just you got to know these people. I tell these stories, but you had to know it. Like it was ridiculous. He was always complaining. Like he always thought something. It was like, oh, Jack.
That is not a good feeling though to be at work knowing somebody's going to be fired that day and wondering who it is. Because I've been there. And me and my best friend went out to lunch one day, and I had seniority over her, and I knew that she wasn't making her numbers right because we had a quota. And we go out to Sonic, and I can remember sitting outside. It was a warm day, and we're both sitting there eating it. And I had this terrible feeling that it was her, but I didn't want to say anything. And I'm like, I could barely eat my lunch. And sure enough, as soon as we get back from lunch, they fired her. I was like, man.
Oh, man.
Gosh, that's the worst feeling in the world.
Oh, God. Scotty Balo says, I'm an evil, angry bastard. And even I wouldn't sink that low. Oh, God. Look, man, it was a long time ago, okay? It was like damn near 20 years. Oh, like I said, I've grown a lot, okay? Oh, my God. I was wild. I was crazy, man. I was crazy. I just, man, I had a demon inside me that liked to laugh or something. I don't know what it was. I was just like terrible. I come up with like the horrendous like jokes, but they were funny, most of them. I mean, that was the worst one. Like, honestly, that was diabolical. I shouldn't have.
So here, let me ask you this. So you actually sent the email to him, or you just printed it out on paper and handed it to him?
No. I created a Hotmail account with the dude, the main guy who had just gotten canned. And like that day, that shook everyone. So everybody was on edge. So it was like perfect. Like it was like a sniper shot. Like if you were gonna, pull a prank, like this was like, it was. I mean, if it was, listen, that would be one of the biggest viral videos if I had been able to record what transpired. Okay, like people, people watch all the crazy stuff on YouTube,
right?
But like honestly, it was a sniper shot of just. Yeah, of pulling a prank. And the guy he just left the building like literally like 30 minutes. I thought my head gears are turning. So that's when I was like, okay, let me see if I can get a Mosley. Well, the guy's last name was Mosley. See if I can get that as an email address. And I literally got his initials and the last name at hotmail.com.
Okay.
I kid you not. So because the guy just got fired, well, of course he's going to send an email, isn't he, from his personal email to Jack, who actually, and I knew Jack, everybody had their company addresses. So I just sent it to Jack.
Gotcha.
So he pulled it up on his email, like from this MO. I know, dude, it was legit. It looked good. Too good. Too good. And that's why I told his apprentice, I said, dude, this is not gonna be good. He was laughing like, dang, dude, that's cold. I'm like, yeah, but it's Jack, man. I had a long run in with Jack. Like I had yeah, we sort of went through the motions a few times together because I was always pranking him. And so yeah, this was he was so hot. Oh man, he was so hot. And he didn't want to admit to it. Like everybody knows he was crying and stuff. So like that's the bad part is like, it brought him to, he was freaking out. He freaked out. He lost it. So I didn't think he would go that far with it. I honestly thought like maybe Kelly would step in, his apprentice, and tell him, but he didn't. He was gonna let me do it, and I was like, dude, why'd you let it go that far? You should have like let him freak out a little bit, like because he was like, this is real, and they were trying to tell him. I mean, he goes, dude, it's not real, and he wouldn't believe him, and then he went running across the street to the next building, to the administration building. Like, I swear to God, like, I'm like, oh my God, he went right. So they tried to stop him. He said, dude, we tried to talk him down, but he didn't want to hear it. He goes, dude, the email was so impressive. And so he goes, it sounded just like the way, and I wrote it really professional and everything too.
Right.
Yeah. So I know I'm terrible. I know. Okay, people, I know I'm terrible. I'm probably
did anybody ever prank you at work with those fake lottery tickets when they?
Yeah. Well, see, when you're a pranker, you're also a target. So yeah, I got pranked back, and I couldn't complain. I got my entire desk filled with grease.
Oh my God.
Everything, like my pencil, my papers, everything that was in my desk was literally like under grease, like all under grease. And you know what? Not a person said a word like, we need to figure out who did this, or like nobody gave a shit. Like they were just like, well, you live by the prank, you die by the prank. That's just kind of how it goes. Now, I didn't complain. I just sucked having to clean all that grease out of my desk. You know how long it takes? I mean, I literally scooped out handfuls of grease, like when you work in a machine shop, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So I got pranked back. I did. Yeah. They got me a few times. One guy, I'm trying to think of all the pranks they got me with. That one's pretty good. And then of course there were some other ones here and there, but that was probably the major one when I got greased.
Well, all the people at work conspired to get me with these lottery tickets, right?
Oh, or the ones where you win?
Yeah, they had the customers in on it. Okay. So they were like, they planned this like a couple days in advance. They went and got all these lottery tickets and then told the customers about it. Hey, we're going to pull this prank on her, play along with it, blah, blah, blah. So they made it look like the customer had dropped it out of their purse. Oh. And it was like, hadn't been touched, right? It was one of those scratch off ones. And they were like, here, Kay, she dropped this out of her purse. You can have it. And I'm like, no, go give it back to her. So I tried running in the parking lot trying to give it back to her. And she, of course, hurried up, got in her car and left. And I'm like, well, I guess if she doesn't want it, I'll go ahead and scratch it off. And it was like, you've won $1 million, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, man.
And then, so I'm like skipping through the office, all excited. I go over to my boss and I'm like, you know what? I'm going home. And here's why. And she's like, oh, really?
Oh, so you got all high and mighty, like, I quit my job.
Yeah.
See, that's where that could get dangerous,
like,
right?
I'm out.
Well, thank God you didn't say, like, you were deciding, like, you know what? I'm a millionaire now, so I can just walk to my boss and tell her how I really feel about her.
And so my boss was in on it too. And she's like, oh, really? She's like, why don't you read the back? And I was like, you won $100 million. You need to take this ticket and go to your mama's house to collect the winnings. And I'm like, whatever. And I just went off. I was mad the rest of the day.
Oh, those are terrible. No, you know what's really sad about those videos I watch? That honestly is, I mean, I would never play that prank on anybody because why? Is because you're taking someone's happiness. You know what's really sad is like those guys will give it to their friend as a joke, you know, but their friend will be like, dude, we won. Like the friend is literally like, we won, not me. I'm winning it for us. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna buy you a new boat. I'm gonna share with you. And then you find out that your friends are dicks. And I'm like, oh, that's just the worst. Like, because who wouldn't want to win a lot of money and get out of debt or get out of that hell that they're in, you know? Like, that's really rough. Yeah. I mean, I know. Yeah. Some of my pranks are rough too, but that
Charlie
one,
said,
that's
like,
terrible.
Telling the dude he was fired wasn't stealing happiness.
Well, the thing is, he already thought he was getting fired. That's the beautiful part. I just pushed him a little, gave him a little tug, push. It's like he's standing on the edge, on the ledge, right? And he won't jump. So you just give him a little push. You go, but it's all a dream. Don't worry. I know. I know I'm terrible. Okay. Let's see. What was the other good prank I pulled? Oh, this one was kind of funny. I did a horror movie prank. So I think I told you about this one, Kay, where my sister had twins. They were twins. They were Amy and Jamie. I didn't forget their names. And they had this burgundy car, whatever. So I'm jogging. I'm coming home. And I'm thinking, there's that burgundy car. It's Amy and Jamie. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And they're two blondes, and they're, you know, I'm like, I am just gonna scare the crap out of these two girls. So I hide in the back seat. I crunch down, and I'm waiting. I got the door shut. So you know that you know in the movies when, like, you know, one of the scariest things you can think of is like you driving and you turn around and there's somebody back there, right? So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna pop up. The problem is that I hear the door open and I hear, "Bye," like a dude's voice.
Oh my God.
What? Oh shit. So I'm sitting there like thinking for it like a half second, like, what should I do? Well, I hear the door shut.
You're in the wrong car.
Up pumps my head. Dude screams like, ah! It goes running. So then I jump out of the car like, dude, who's it? So I'm thinking I might have to fight. I don't know, run. I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know. The guy's probably freaking out. And it turns out it's my sister's boss. Like, yeah, dude, I was in his car. Like, he had the exact same car as those two girls. I shit you not. I was like, I didn't even know he drove that.
Get shot.
I know, right? Like, listen, if anyone deserves a bullet, it's probably me. At least a bullet. Like, I'm not saying I should die, but probably should deserve to get a bullet.
Oh my God.
Just saying. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I've done that before. I've actually gotten in the wrong car. I had a car parked right next to my car, exact same model. And I get in the wrong car and I'm sitting there and I'm like, why won't my key go in? And I'm all looking around. I'm like, oh shit. You know, I was in the wrong car, but it parked right next to mine, same exact model. And they happened to leave their door unlocked. Yeah.
Wow. Dang. Well.
Talk about feeling weird. Thank God nobody was in the car. You know, like waiting or something.
Yeah. No kidding.
It's a weird feeling though. Getting in a car and realizing it's not yours. You feel like you've just invaded somebody's space.
Yeah, that is a little bizarre. Yeah, that would not be good. I don't think I've ever, well, only that one time, you know, but I purposely did that. I'm trying to think if I've ever no, I don't think I ever have. The only thing I can think is like when I was a kid, when I was little, for some reason I decided that me and my sister need to go on a hike at like 7 a.m. by ourselves in our diapers. Well, not diapers, but our jammies.
Okay.
So I just left the house. So I'm walking. I was like, well, I was 5, she was 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I opened the door and I took off. Just walking down the street. I don't know where we're going. I don't even know what compelled me to do it. I have no idea. I just felt like, yeah, we should go on a walkabout or something. And next thing you know, the cops show up. My parents are freaking out. They find us, you know. We're sitting in the back of a cop car, and Yeah. To this day, I have no idea what compelled me. It was just one of those weird things. Like, you're just like, let's go outside and play. Or so I think I just wanted to go outside and play. I don't even know what we were walking to or anything. I'm thinking like, that's just horrendous, but back in those days, I mean, you used to see, kids used to be outside, not anymore. Not
Right.
today. I mean, granted, we were too little, but it wasn't out of the realm of, you know, things to see kids outside playing. I don't know if any of those stories are true. Do you think those are true where you hear about kids now they're outside playing, they get the cops calling on them? Have you heard those stories?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh
apparently
yeah. So
it's so
apparently,
rare now.
if they leave a kid in the backyard too long, they get the cops called on for child neglect.
Weird stuff like that is I've heard these stories and I'm like I haven't vetted them, so I don't know if it's true. But I heard one where some kids were out in a pasture, playing and whatever. They're just walking in and somebody called the police and thought the kids were, I don't know, lost or something.
Yeah, it's getting terrible.
Yeah, it's like you can't. I don't know. I don't even know how you grow up in this. I couldn't stand to be inside when I was little, so it's just weird. But
Thinking back when I was a kid, all of us neighborhood kids used to get together. It was like 5 houses. And we'd all get together every night during summer break and play hide and seek and run across everybody's lawns and hide and, be out till dark until our moms had to call us in from the front porch. And, then before it would get real dark, like it was almost dark, but not really. Just you could barely see us. And we'd all go at the end of my driveway and moon the cars as they went by. Like, could you imagine kids doing that today? Like, I would
no.
not let my kid moon a freaking car. Are you serious?
I was always the getaway driver. I was never the person that did the deed, like when it came to mooning or doing like I had some friends down in Austin and one night we decided, like, they were like really anti-frat, like they couldn't stand frat people, like they just fraternity guys to just like just made them sick. So they wanted to it's the first time I've ever had my experience with a 3-man slingshot. I never seen one before. I didn't know anything about it, but apparently they wanted to slingshot eggs at the frat party that was going on. And you could throw these eggs. I mean, you could chunk an egg, man. I'm telling you what, that slingshot would throw that egg about a damn, I mean, probably, I don't know, 2 football fields or so. I mean, it was a long way. And I remember there's this long street and there was a really big hill. And I remember we were firing at the frat house. Problem is we couldn't see the cars because there was a hill. Apparently there was a lot of people there. And I'll never forget, like, seeing about 100 dudes running out of that place chasing us. But we were so far away, and they had to run down a hill and then back up again. And I remember thinking, oh my God, we're going to die. Like, if these guys get a hold of us, we are so screwed. Just one of these pranks I pulled, there in Austin. But yeah, no, and as far as like mooning goes, stuff, that's this kind of stuff they would do. I had the getaway car and, I was always a getaway driver, that kind of stuff. I mean, they were always they did bizarre stuff. You ever seen the movie Point Break?
Yes.
Right. Yeah,
you have to. I don't remember all of it.
These guys are like that, like they were almost on that level. I don't even know what they were doing, but like they were almost like they were into some crazy stuff. Like I would only go down there every from time to time and just see my buddy who was part of their group. And man, they're always doing crazy stuff like dry ice bombs and stuff. You ever I didn't even know I didn't know you could make a bomb out of dry ice with a 2-liter bottle. That is unbelievable. Like that thing shook the neighborhood when that thing went off. I mean, I was like, oh my God, like and you know what? It was just funny to them just to see the cops get called out to the neighborhood. That's all they want. It was like, you guys are nuts, man. Like they were pretty crazy. Even for me, I was like, you guys are on another level, man. Like, I'm just like, I am not gonna hang out with you guys that much. I just, and surely enough, yeah, some of them got arrested for doing dumb stuff out there in Austin. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I can't believe I didn't. I mean, I didn't think about it. I was probably a little bit lucky growing up,
Oh shoot! I didn't realize what time it is.
It is early.
I gotta get the kids onto the bus. So.
Okay, girl. Hey, it's been good talking to you.
Hey,
and
I'll see you later on tonight.
All right. We'll see you later. Okay.
Dan's channel tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be there.
All right, guys.
All right. Much
see
love
you guys later. All right.